Kimani was phenomenal. Kimani was a helper. She loved older music. She loved playing video games. She played basketball for Spring Elementary. She was highly intelligent. She loved the friends and family that she was allowed to be around. She was phenomenal. Like I said, she was like no other kid her age.
This case is one of the most horrific cases I ever heard. This is a 14-year-old that was murdered, raped, had her hands cut off, and her throat almost cut off.
I just wish that when I was down here last, that I had just taken her to Indianapolis with me, so this would have never happened. A lot of things, you know, woulda, coulda, shoulda, but at the end of the day, I just really wish that whatever happened and whoever did this, y'all didn't have to do that to her.
One of our SWAT teams was working a dangerous individual who was wanted for a serious crime.
This is an absolute animal that came into our town. Our SWAT are the best of the best. We just sent a message. You murder somebody, do not come to this town.
It's just devastating that that me and my family have to go through this.
I can't imagine what her last moments were.
Oh, God.
I can't imagine what she felt as a 13-year-old baby.
We continue to follow breaking news tonight in the murder of Kei'Mani Latigue. There have been several developments throughout the day. The Lucas County coroner has ruled her death a homicide and determined she died from multiple wounds to her neck.
And that came after police shot the man accused of killing her in Columbus. Police say that man, her dad, Darnell Jones, is expected to survive.
When I heard about this case, this was an individual wanted for homicide out of Toledo. I called my union counterpart in Toledo. I said, hey, good news, we have your guy. Your guy committed a murder, chose to fled to our town. I'll tell you right now, the wrong town to come to if you murder somebody. Our SWAT team will go out looking for you. This case is one of the most horrific cases I ever heard.
Jones is due in court tomorrow for weapons charges after his encounter with Columbus police today.
We have live team coverage tonight. Andre Norrell spoke with Toledo City Council members about what can be done to prevent another tragedy. And tonight, it's not just Kimani's family mourning. The community is joining in on the pain and loss. Steve Iwanek spent the night at a vigil to remember the 13-year-old.
1, 2, 3, Kimani! I just feel so bad. As a mother, I'm hurt. And I don't even know this baby. I don't know the family. I don't know the people. But I'm hurt.
That's Sharika Moore, one of the organizers of Tuesday night's vigil for 13-year-old Kei'Mani Latigue. Alongside dozens of friends and strangers, she sang and grieved outside this East Toledo house, where police found Kimani dead the day before.
To know that your own family members would do something, somebody that's supposed to protect you, you know, would do something like this is horrifying, it's scary.
Kimani had been missing since March 18th. The Lucas County coroner ruled her death a homicide, and her father, 33-year-old Darnell Jones, has been charged with her murder.
It's almost like a movie. It doesn't seem like it could happen here in Toledo. I believe that she probably wishes we would have got to her sooner, and somebody would have took up for her when she did ask for help, because she did ask for help is what I'm understanding, and she was failed. So really it's very, very, very sad.
That feeling radiating through the crowd.
No family should have to go through what this family is going through in this time of loss.
Sherry Sweeney was part of the search efforts to find Kimani last week. She's lived in Toledo her whole life and hopes what's happened to Kimani never happens to another child again.
You just keep praying and allowing God into your life, bring them into your children's life. Let's pull together as one. Talk to your children. Attend church with them. Let them know that there's all types of resources out there.
But with every flower and every candle, community members turned a once evil scene into one of strength and love. Praising Kimani for the life that she lived and for her memory that will never be forgotten.
Kimani was never ours. She was just loaned to us. She was a vessel in a shell. She's at peace. No more hurt, no more pain, no more going through nothing. She knows her Father, heavenly above, has her, and she's okay.
Now, Kimani's funeral is being planned to happen here at Castilla Funeral Home, and it's being funded through the Brown Legacy Memorial, which is currently accepting donations to cover the costs of the services. Kimani's family tells us that there are no GoFundMe accounts associated for the funeral. Here in West Toledo, Steve Iwanek, WTOL 11.
The city of Toledo tells WTOL 11 that the house where Kei'Mani Latigue's body was found will be demolished within 3 months. The home, damaged by fires in 2022, has been vacant for years. City workers boarded up windows and cleared debris today, speeding up the process. The home was bought last year for $4,000 by a New Jersey developer. He says he plans to sell the property, which has nearly $4,000 in back taxes. One of the people interested in the property is a social media influencer by the name of the Hungry Black Man. Sterick Smith posted online this afternoon about wanting to buy the home and turn it into a mentorship space for young girls. City officials say the demolition is still moving forward, but if somebody does buy the property, they would have the right to appeal.
If justice is to be served, someone needs to pay for what they did.
Toledo Mayor Wade Kapsakavage tells WTOL 11 he wants to see the legal process play out, though he wants to see the book thrown at whoever is responsible. So how can the city help prevent something like this from happening again? Andre Norrells asked City Council what needs to happen next. Andre?
Kaylee, several city council members took the time to talk about Kimani's death, many calling it a tragedy. And while this investigation is still underway, they're already calling for change within city government.
As the news keeps rolling in, it keeps getting more shocking.
I cried, and then I got angry.
The end of Toledo City Council meetings is a time for its members to talk about whatever they want. Many use that time to say something about Kimani's death and to question whether the city could have done more to prevent it.
It's so tragic, and it also, for me, feels like it could have been prevented.
Police found Kimani in an abandoned home in East Toledo. Councilmember Sandra McPherson is among those pushing for answers. She argues it's time to speed up the process of tearing down abandoned properties and to cut through the red tape that delays action with property owners.
$6, $7, $10, $15,000 in back taxes, and they tie our hands and tie up our court systems so that we can't demolish them. We've got to change that. I do believe if that house had been demolished, that would have been one place less that he could have hid her.
Council President Carrie Hartman says legislation won't happen overnight.
It's all happening so fast, I think it's going to take us a little bit of time if we're going to do anything legislation-wise. But I know that we've already been talking about how do we get some of these blighted buildings boarded up.
With the investigation still ongoing, many just want answers.
I want to hear from CSB. We all do. What happened? What was the missing link? Where was the disconnect?
Andre Norrells, WTOL 11.
Spring Elementary was in mourning today as students and staff grieved the loss of their classmate. Toledo Public Schools saying that Kimani had struggled to find the right school, moving in and out of 6 different ones. But at Spring Elementary, she finally found a place where she could thrive, building a positive reputation, making the honor roll, and strong friendships. She was even set to receive a kindness award later this week, an honor that she'll never get the chance to accept. Staff and students say they will remember her for her kindness, resilience, and the impact she left behind. Today, counselors and therapy dogs were brought in to help students and the teachers deal with grief. But one student telling WTOL 11 that did not stop the flow of tears.
I've seen some people crying and stuff, a lot of people crying.
Sad and very quiet.
I noticed that you made the sign. Why did you decide to make the sign for her?
So everyone can have a memory of her.
How do you hope people remember her by?
About how kind she was.
TPS sent out a statement writing, quote, "The students and staff at Spring Elementary are saddened by the loss of their friend and classmate, Kei'Mani Latigue." Counselors were at the school yesterday and again today to help students and employees cope with this tragedy. The district's 2 therapy dogs are also at the school, as we mentioned. Kimani will be remembered as being very personable and someone who got along well with others, end quote.
This is a story we'll continue to follow closely in the coming days. As we learn more, we'll keep you updated both on air and online at WTOL.com. Plus, you can download the WTOL 11 Plus app for free and watch this exclusive extended content. It's free to download on your TV.